We're here looking at interference. And I tried to find the best definition I could, but let's break down what this definition is really talking about. When does interference actually happen? So it says that interference, it's a phenomenon, so it's something that happens in nature naturally, of redistribution of energy due to the superposition of light waves from two coherent sources is called interference. What does that even mean? So we're talking about what happens when two waves meet. And it's very different from when two particles meet. So let's look at particles. We spent the whole unit talking about momentum and what happens when two objects collide. Well, if two objects collide, either they bounce off one another like these pool balls, or perhaps we have an inelastic collision and they stick together. Those are our two options. Either they bounce apart or they travel together. Waves don't behave that way. When two waves meet, when the two waves collide, they actually fuse into one. That's called superposition. They become one wave for that moment. So we could check out what's going on here. We have two waves, one traveling to the left, one traveling to the right. And for one brief moment, when they pass through one another, they superposition and become a brand new wave with their combined amplitudes. So we're going to talk a little further about the different types of interferences, but interference happens when two waves meet and they become superpositioned or they become added together. So two waves meet and they're added together. So this was the original definition we were looking at. We don't want this definition. This definition sucks, but we can change it. So interference. Um, this occurs when two waves collide or meet. We put meet in parentheses. So we're talking about scenarios where two waves come together. For an instant, one instant, they combined energies. So they combine energies. That the fact that they combine is called superposition. And during that moment of those energies combining, the amplitude, the amplitudes are added. So the amplitudes of those two waves at that moment will be added to form either a larger wave, so a larger wave with a larger amplitude, or a smaller wave with a smaller amplitude. The amplitude could be so tiny that it's zero also, meaning that they cancel completely. And we'll talk about that a little further. But you probably want to pause the video. This is the definitions you want to get down for interference. Maybe putting some bullets next to this might make it look a little better. But these three ideas I think are pretty key. So you might want to pause it so you can get a better opportunity to kind of check them out, write them down.